Hello, Libra. Welcome to your June 2020 monthly money and finances forecast. Thank you for being here. So glad you could make it. I hope you're all doing well. Libra, we're going to take a look at what messages that are coming in for you from Spirit that you need to know about your money and finances. So let's take a look. Libra, your overall energy for the month of June 2020, you have two cards. You have the Tower, which is scorpionic energy, and you have the Three of Swords. This is air energy, mental energy, communication. Now, let me preface to say that this Tower and Three of Swords energy is going to hit each of you in different ways depending on where you are in the month of June regarding your money and finances. But what certainly is happening here with the Tower is there is some uncomfortableness no matter what side you're on, whether you are experiencing a demolition or destruction or adversities around your money, or you're getting rude awakenings, or if you're um, able to avoid a tower or destruction, or be able to reconstruct your money situation, or if you're dealing with something devastating, or whether um, drastic changes are happening, unexpected expenses, risks that are taken or risks that you avoid, issues around your investment where um, you may be gambling, or you can see something positive happen with your investment or something negative happen with your investment. But either way, there's an intense, volatile energy around it of nervousness, of uncomfortability here. Now, this tower energy is also talking about you undergoing some major organizational changes in work or with um, your your actions and conduct around your money and finances, where either you're productive or it's counterproductive. The tower is also talking about you could be experiencing pay cuts, or your money could be being restored. It can also talk about that your money is being impacted personally, where you're experiencing some sort of downsize or change in hours at work, or just you're experiencing very drastic changes around your money and finances, whether they're improving or they are decreasing. It's still all uncomfortable. The tower is also talking about in this energy that you may be experiencing disruption around your money situation, or getting a rude awakening, or you could be getting an epiphany here with this energy of the tower. The tower energy is also speaking to that there could be some sort of trauma around your money that happens, or you coming out of that trauma. Um, the tower is also talking about you could be experiencing some measure of ruin, or you could be coming out of ruin. This could be you experiencing a crisis, or your money is in danger, or you're coming out of that crisis, or coming out of the issues where your money is in danger. This could be issues where you are experiencing despair about your money, or you're coming out of experiencing despair regarding your money and your finances. So it's going to be different for each of you how this energy is hitting you. You may be looking to reconstruct your money and finances situation. But the tower is saying no matter what you're experiencing in June, that it's going to be uncomfortable. There's going to be some shakeups. There's going to be some things that happen unexpectedly. There's going to be some drastic changes that happen. There's going to be reconstruction. There's going to be demolition. For some, the tower is you destroying what you're doing with your money and finances in like a sabotaging type of energy. But again, the tower says that you are experiencing uncomfortability here, but that uncomfortability could be where you are uncomfortable, but you're avoiding shit, coming out of shit that's happening, or shit is happening, and you're not able to do that. So just be aware with that tower here. So this Three of Swords is also a volatile energy because the Three of Swords is mental energy, your thoughts, your communication. And the Three of Swords is saying that you're dealing with issues or circumstances that are involving others. And if it's not, then you're dealing with issues and circumstances that are elements that are happening, that are external factors influencing your money and finances, that you either can experience drastic and uncomfortable changes for the better or drastic and comfortable changes for the worse. But just know the tower is saying that it's very uncomfortable. Now, this Three of Swords is also speaking to you experiencing a sudden expected loss around your money or um, your income. This could be issues around your shares in stocks and bonds, whether you're experiencing a decline or some sort of a crash, or you could be coming out of that. This is also talking about that you could be shaken up about losing a prized possession that's being taken from you, or that there's something that you prize that you want to possess, but things are so shaken up and uncomfortable you're unable to obtain it, and that is bothering you as well. This is talking about you could be experiencing some enormous debt, experiencing separation from your money, disappointment, suffering, setbacks. Some are temporary, others is taking more time because there's a breakdown in communication or problem with issues in planning, and others are finding ways to recover or to heal their money situation. This is also talking about you perhaps focusing on how you can work on piece by piece and regain and rebuild your money and finances here. And this is also talking about you keeping things simple um, with how you deal with your money as uncomfortable shit happens, or you're having trouble being able to keep things simple just the same. So this is very volatile energy, and it's going to affect you all in different ways with this Tower and Three of Swords. But what I do want to point out with the Tower and Three of Swords, just to have you take a look at it again, for the most part, despite where you fall in this overall energy of the Tower and the Three of Swords, Libra, what I am seeing here, if you take a look at this tower, it's intact. Nothing is shaken up. So you may need to build because there's like a pyramid here. So even if you have a shake up, this is you needing to reconstruct, or this is you able to avoid uncomfortable shakeups. With the Three of Swords, it could just be as simple as you are experiencing a setback, or you are just upset about your money and finances situation. But if you take a look at this particular Three of Swords, there's three people sitting here, and there's some sort of a document. So there could be an unexpected bill. I'm hearing hospital bill, but could be any kind of bill that's coming in. But also, you see, they're all collaborating and looking at, trying to figure out and pool their resources together or drawing their experience, perhaps. So, this Three of Swords is also saying that, there's a need to just really focus on what changes you can make with that Tower energy, how you can make use of the Tower energy no matter where you are here to deal with any uncomfortable changes no matter what side that you're on. But even with any setbacks, whether temporary or they're taking a little longer than expected, or there's just a lot of complications and difficulties, or just things keep happening, whatever and however this is working in your world, you want to focus on productivity. You want to focus on being creative. You want to focus on the possibilities. You want to be mindful of the threshold concerning your money and finances. You want to consistently nurture your money and finances situation. With this, you want to also make sure you're looking at all the variables. You want to take action here. You want to focus on how you can create abundance or get back into abundance or avoid the loss of abundance here with this energy. Now, This tower energy also breaks down to a 7 with it being a 16. And so I feel like this is connected to the chariot, but also in speaking about the number 7, um, the energy of the number 7, it does talk about sevens are about needing to have faith no matter where you're at in this, whatever you need to do in order to redeem yourself and your ability to redeem yourself or not. This is also talking about you experiencing some upheaval, whether you are coming out of it or it's happening to you. But there's definitely some conflicts that's going on around you. This sevens also talk about the confidence, whether you have it or lack it, about your money situation, your ability to deal with and cope with anything that's uncomfortable or that needs to change or that needs to be done drastic, or you need to deal with things because the drastic and unexpected is happening. This is also saying with the 7 is the where's your encouragement at, or are you discouraged in terms of how you approach whatever's happening to you around your money. The 7 is also the energy about your ability to sustain or use discretion or not, your ability to see progress or not, your ability to see advancement or not, your ability to have confidence or not, your ability to have a creative, imaginary space about how you view or act or do or develop what needs to happen or respond to what's going on with your money and finances. This is about you focus on whether you can resolve things or not. This is about you um, focusing on assumptions, and are your assumptions correct, or should you be making assumptions, or should you not be making assumptions here. The 7 is the energy of, as you deal with the influences of what's happening in your world with this tower energy and this 3 of swords. What is the way that you are thinking about your money and finances that that will have a way of impacting your situation for how you respond, how quickly you respond, how well you deal with things, how well you adapt, how well you address any adversities, how well you can stimulate or have intervention with the situation, how you can change it or avoid it or move through it. But this is you focusing on trying to figure out the transitions, whether you're being separated from your money or trying to get yourself back together in union with your money. The tower energy is also talking about here that it's important that you, even if you don't feel good about your money or you're feeling even depressed, are you going to stay in that energy, or are you going to pick yourself up and see how to heal? This tower and 3 of swords, I do feel for the most part that no matter what's happening, this is about you having a rude awakening, but and or an epiphany or a realization where you are making drastic changes to see how to recover, to either avoid setbacks, to either recover from any setbacks, to see how you can figure out how to have things work out and come together through a plan or through your collaboration and communication and through your ability to reconnect the pieces. And it may take steps to do, but it takes your mental energy and it takes your action to hold up under it and to move through it and to deal. With that said, your present energy. Well, first, let's take a look at your energy and attitude towards your money for the month of June. And your energy and attitude is the 7 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and the King of Wands. Now, first, I want you to see with the 7 of Cups. So, again, this is speaking to how, how you feel and how you act, um, or plan or think towards your money and finances is going to be key no matter where or what is happening. It's all uncomfortable, but what are you going to do about it? How are you going to redirect that energy? How are you going to utilize that energy so that you can become empowered and hold up under the changes or make some of them on your own? So With that Nine of Cups, I do see that some of you are satisfied and content about your money and finances, because with that Seven of Cups energy, you're able to make choices, you're able to clear away the confusion. And with that King of Wands energy, this is you coming up with a master plan. This is you in that King of Wands energy, or you could be dealing with someone who's a professional embodying that King of Wands energy, where you're very engaging with what's happening with your money and the circumstances that are occurring, where you're finding ways to negotiate, to master plan, to achieve what needs to happen, and reaching your goals. Now, the other side of this is you are experiencing dissatisfaction, or there's some greed that could be happening where you may be making bad choices, or there's temptations that are getting in the way, or perhaps you could be resorting to diversionary tactics around your money and finances. But this is also you needing to have the courage to persist, and whether or not you're lacking courage. For example, are you going to become paralyzed under the uncomfortability like you see in the Seven of Cups, or are you going to weigh your options? This is about you needing to make the right choices, or trying to discover what the options are, or you may be making poor decisions, but there's clarity needed in the making the right choice that's necessary, that's going to have everything to do with your satisfaction or your lack thereof, because of how you are either able to perform and achieve, or your lack of performance and lack of achievement, or lack of drive and will and determination, or the power you put behind your will and determination. And with that Chariot energy I was speaking about, that I feel that the tower is connected to it, reducing to a seven, that's about having a clear focus about your finances and your money, and being disciplined, having budgets, adapting. This is also talking about how do you charge forward despite what's happening to you? How do you stay determined and continue to work and assert yourself to move forward and have control and take responsibility and be in that managerial role, to be firm and do the hard work so that it pays off and you see success with your goals, whether you are coming out of it, avoiding it, or finding yourself in the thick of it and needing to see how you can navigate and overcome the obstacles and steer things in the direction that it needs to start to go in. So it depends on your energy, your attitude, your feelings, your drive, and your plans and your decisions that you are making, and the external factors that's playing out in people and circumstances. Now, where you're at presently, Libra, is you do have the Queen of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. So what I feel here presently is that your money is significantly depleted. There's been a change where there's a depletion in money, a loss of money. Your money is down. I do feel with the Queen of Wands, you have been focused on taking care of other people and making sure through your love of people that everybody is okay. But I also feel like this is your money is depleted as a result of your practices in the recent past, or in the past, that are now showing signs that's bringing difficulties or depletion around your money and finances here. I also feel that with this Queen of Wands here, you may have been investing in creative projects, where you were trying to come up with satisfactory conclusions, or have some sort of emotional success here. There could be a focus on you having difficulties with matters concerning children, or focus on children or family in specific, where your finances are depleted as a direct result of your care and nurturing to try to make sure that everybody is good. Okay, now I do feel, because the Five of Pentacles is here and it does represent change, if this is where you are, for those of you that this is pertaining to, then you are focusing on how to change your money and finances situation by coming up with or being creative about how you can come up with a way to satisfy and make the changes and start to rebuild and to recover. Now, for those of you that you're dealing with some challenges around money, there may be something that comes up from the past, or from an from someone from the past, or something from the past that comes up that um, you're dealing with. But I also want you to know, with this Queen of Wands, you could be dealing with someone that's a Queen of Wands energy, or this could be you. But this Queen of Wands is looking at this Five of Pentacles. So I do feel, no matter where you stand at present, for the most part, Libra, you are diligently looking at a way to change any depletion or lack of funds, and seeing how you can reconcile it, and get it back to the way it was, or improve it here. Now, from the beginning of June to mid June 2020, you do have the Nine of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and you do have the Three of Swords. So I feel that from the beginning to the mid June, you are very emotional, very sensitive, but I also feel that you're very intuitive, or there's the need to be mindful whether or not your intuitive compass is off. But with the Queen of Cups, this is also talking about you could be dealing with some codependence, either on your part or others upon you. The Queen of Cups is also talking about there's perhaps some concern or issues around emotional spending or overspending here. But the Queen of Cups is looking at this Nine of Wands. So with this Nine of Wands, you may be feeling defensive, on guard here with this Nine of Wands. You may be being persistent, or finding the courage, or you're standing your ground with this energy, where you're finding the drive to figure out how to recuperate and rejuvenate your money and finance situation. You're not giving up. And with this Three of Swords, you are experiencing some sort of temporary setback, separation with your money and finances, unexpected expenses. This is you experiencing debt. This is you having problems in a breakdown in communication, where it's getting in a way with your money situation, or external factors that are playing out. This also could be decisions that you are making that's causing you to experience loss with money as well. But I also feel in this energy that at the same time, with this Queen of Cups, this is you deciding to persevere, to endure, to overcome, and do things step by step, piece by piece, to break down whatever issues that may be going on, so that you can figure out how to recover from it or heal it. Or you could be struggling with that. But the energy is here for you to utilize to tap into your intuition, and to figure out how to heal and recover, and come up with a way to come out of the temporary setback through your diligence and resilience, to not give up, and to strategize and think things through, and come up with plans that serve you here, no matter where you are with this. Now, from mid June to the end of June 2020, you do have the Four of Swords, Judgment, and the Four of Swords. So the fours here, you have two fours here. There may be more in the spread, but you have at least two fours now. And you have a Five of Pentacles here, and there's another five towards the end. So fours talk about stability. There may be a need to question whether or not you are needing to change an approach you might be sticking with. The fours are talking about here that you may be you experiencing restlessness. You may be feeling stuck. You're focused on your stability, your self-preservation, how to persevere. You're contemplating. You may be trying to see how to be part of a teamwork to make the dream work. With this four energy that's here, this here is focusing on your ability to maintain stability or get it back, to contain the situation or keep it from getting out of control, to uplift the situation or figure out how to avoid getting stuck. This is energy that's asking you to see how to secure something, or you may be having trouble with securing something. This is talking about you may be needing to conform to a plan, or perhaps there's a need to change your plan or your method or your system of doing things here with this Four of Swords energy that you have here twice. The fours are also talking about that there's a lot of contemplation here, but that you are focused on trying to rejuvenate and recuperate your money situation. So Judgment here is talking about you making a judgment call. You also could be being critical of yourself about your money and finances, but judgment is also saying that you get to rejuvenate your money. You get to get a second chance, if you will, or some sort of an opportunity or some sort of decision that is made that helps allow you to have rest around your money and finances at a point that you're restless, or there's restlessness about whether or not you would get rest and get that decision here. The judgment card is also talking about you making decisions, some of you to pay your debts, and some of you are making decisions where you're choosing not to pay your debts, but you're focusing on how you need to step back and look at what's going on, or how you need to dig right in and do the work, and you're restless about it and trying to see what needs to happen here with judgment. But judgment is about making decisions, okay? Making decisions, or decision is being made here. Judgment it's also talking about the need to really examine your money and finances situation and how you need to address it, how you need to deal with it no matter where you are in the situation, to allow you to continue to be stable, or to contemplate, maybe even try to foresee or have foresight about your money and finances situation. This is you needing to have awareness, or you may be coming into a new awareness about what needs to happen with your money, or new awareness that is happening to you about your money and finances here. So this judgment energy is a fire energy here. And so it takes you needing to have a lot of will and drive and determination in order to plow forward, whether it's to the goal to rejuvenation, or the goal of reflecting upon how to deal with things that are impacting you, where you may be feeling at a critical time, or you are being critical of yourself in this energy of judgment. So be careful about this energy. Now, in your concerns, you have the Empress, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. I want you to take a look at that Ten of Swords. Okay, this is like a game over type of thing, but this is just in your concerns, what you are, focused on, that you may be having some fears or reservations or pondering. And so, what this is saying is, for some of you, you may be concerned about a mother figure, or there is a mother that's involved or meddling, and you're concerned about. But this is also, you're concerned about whether or not you can gain what you need or be resourceful. This is about your ability to be practical and grounded. This is about you being able to be independent. There may be concerns about codependence, where money, you may be relying on money or a source of money from somewhere or someone. But this is also your concerns about your ability to be successful at creatively being resourceful at avoiding ruin, and whether or not you can make that happen, or whether or not it's going to be game over for you. Now, your challenges with money is you do have the Queen of Cups, the Two of Wands, and you do have the Knight of Wands. Again, I want to impress upon you the significance of you having the Queen of Cups already at least twice here. So this is double confirmation that there's to focus on using your intuition to guide you, but to have emotional balance, to nurture and take care of what needs to take care for yourself and for your money, no matter what's going on, and that you will experience intense emotions, whether you'll be intensely happy, or intensely upset, or intensely angry, or intensely scared, but you're going to definitely be intensely uncomfortable no matter how things are playing out here. And so, again, you want to be careful about any overspending or any codependence, where there may be an issue of a supply of income ending, or maybe you might be the one that's supplying and may need to reconsider that area, because it may be affecting you in a way where it's causing you some confusion or setbacks. And so, the challenge here is you being able to dominate your situation, to nurture and take care of things, to make sure that you have emotional balance towards your money, and keep yourself emotionally under control and be emotionally mature. This is you having the challenge of, with this Knight of Wands, perhaps money going out as fast as it's coming in, or this is challenges about you trying to seek aggressively and assert yourself to being able to dominate with your money. You might have, be at a crossroads, or you may be needing to look at your plan or start to plan for the future or improve your plans or tweak it. But the Knight of Wands is talking about you are having challenges with improving your money and finances. You may be having challenges avoiding impulsive or hasty decisions and behavior with how you handle your money and finances. They could also be adding to the validity of what's going on here, the volatile energy that's here. And so you could be dealing with someone who's a Knight of Wands, where if you're relying on money from this individual, there may be a challenge of you getting it, or them being reliable or staying consistent. And so your likely outcome is you do have the Five of Cups, the Hermit, and the Five of Pentacles. What's interesting about this first is the Hermit is talking about Virgo energy, where you could be dealing with a Virgo or a Virgo is involved. But the Hermit is asking you with this energy to perhaps seek professional advice or help or guidance. Also, the Hermit is asking you to really contemplate, deliberate, get insight, seek for answers or solutions. Be careful not to deceive yourself about how you do your money. Evaluate or reevaluate your goals. This is about perhaps you could be experiencing some paranoia about your money and finances situation, but this is also the Hermit is saying that you may be looking for money or needing to be more minimalist and prioritize based on what's most important to what's least important to how and where you apply your money. The Hermit is also talking about that you may be soul searching, okay, or you may be isolating yourself, or you may feel alone, or you may be alone with how you're dealing with your money and finances. And with the Five of Cups, you're in your emotions. But the Five of Cups here and the Five of Pentacles here is talking about, even though you're dealing with difficult emotional energy, loss or setback or depletion in money, or having trouble regaining and recovering and replenishing it. If what I want you to take a look and see here, that the energy is here for you, is that even though you have the Hermit here and you see he's contemplating, trying to figure shit out, looking for solutions or waiting for something to come in terms of money, but getting answers is needed here. Focusing on getting answers. Don't give up on getting the answers. But also here with this Five of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Hermit is looking forward, not focusing on the Five of Cups. So this is, even though you're experiencing money loss, or you are upset about money, or maybe even in a funk or feeling depressed, angry, or fearful, this is about focusing on how you can recover, because there are other options, and there's a need to focus on how to salvage your money and turn it around and see what to do to make that happen, because the Five of Cups is turned away from the Hermit. So this requires you not focusing on what is lost, but focusing on how to salvage the situation, because you can. And also with this Five of Pentacles, what's interesting about this Five of Pentacles is that even though it is the Five of Pentacles, it looks like the Three of Pentacles. So this is saying to you, even though you're experiencing lack or depletion in your money and finances, or difficulties changing it to rebuild it and to regain, don't give up working on it, because for me, with the three here, and it's looking like a Three of Pentacles, you do have some positive omen here available to you to help you to work on your money and finances and to build it. But it is going to take work, and it's going to take bit by bit and step by step, and you not giving up, and you focusing on the positive, you focusing on changing it, you focusing on making it better, make it good, make it right. This is you getting solutions and answers, but it requires you to sustain yourself emotionally and practically and resourcefully towards doing it and dominate the situation, because with twos you have the duality of the crossroads, or how you debate and deal with things, and that by your action or choice of the options, or your decision or your action, you can take yourself down one path or another. So which will you choose, despite where you're at in this energy that is difficult and uncomfortable to experience or go through or even realize? Now, let's take a look at some guidance for you. You can get through this. Know that, Libra. So get through it. One piece of guidance here is you have schedule. Avoid overwhelm. Save time and energy by automating your social media and marketing schedule. It is on a content calendar. So this is what you can use to help you, which I feel this is speaking of you needing to plan better, you needing to write shit down, you needed to balance your checkbook, you needed to be very much paying close attention to what's going in and coming out, you modifying and sticking to a budget, you sticking to a criteria, and you keep working on it until it works or gives you signs and symptoms that you're moving in the right direction around your money and finances, whether you're coming out of it or you needing to come out of the difficulties around money or you're avoiding it here. Now, some additional guidance. You had quite a few cards that came out, so let's get through this. You have organized for success. See, again, this is about having order, organizing, building, structuring, restructuring, if you will. But do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you know and plan your next action steps. So this is the time to this is saying you need to sit down and go to the drawing board and really be creative and really write shit out and really come up with a plan that you're going to stick to and tweak it where you need to so that you can continue to ensure a good balance or start to have a good balance or avoid imbalance with organized for success. There needs to be order and structure. Do things in decency and order at this time because it's needed. You also have employment change. Your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. So you are experiencing changes in the workplace. They're uncomfortable, whether it's happening to you or you're causing them. But this is saying that you can hold up under those changes. You have it within you to have the drive and the will and the determination to push forward. To do what needs to be happen, but make sure you're focused and having clarity and that you can see, because see, there may be something, you see how this person is blind and can't really see, the eyes are covered. This feels like that you're dealing with things that's happening to you that you didn't expect, and it's unexpected, and it's causing you to experience setbacks and adversities and issues around your money and finances. And there's a need for you to be able to just figure out how to adapt and not let this have you in this energy where you just crying and screaming and kicking, because see, you're busy doing this, game over, nothing's getting done because this person is spending their energy crying out to the universe. Pray, but keep it moving. Figure out what you need to do no matter where you're at in this, so that you can be resourceful and gain, because you are resourceful and you do have the ability to gain and you are creative. You just have to stay grounded and stay mindful and be practical and stay determined and focus on solving problems, but also not creating any. Now, you also have two cards that came out, and one is give, get over yourself, pull your shit together. Exactly. Get over yourself and pull your shit together, Libra. Help people, give back, do good shit for humanity. So again, remember I talked about this three energy here. This is about your ability to reconnect with your tribe or reconnect in your community or come together with others where you can get cooperation and support, or there may be a need for you to be more cooperative and supportive to yourself or others, because there is a gain that can happen for all here. You know a side of this that you're on, or there's a need to figure out how to get past the impasses or the setbacks or the trivia around what's going on with your money and finances, where the need for productivity is paramount, and there's a need to be mindful of you engaging things and being mindful of your initial actions, but being open to taking initial actions where you're dealing with things that need to be contained, or you're dealing with things that you're experiencing adversities and change and shakeups where there's a need for intervention or prevention, or to resign yourself to do what you need to do no matter where you're at in this. And finally, you do have winning, loving it. You got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. You got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. You have the ability to get past this, to get through this, to avoid this, to deal with this, no matter what's going on. But you have to be able to utilize this energy and in a very strong and powerful and resilient way, see what you need to subdue, see what you perhaps need to force, or see what you need to have gentle strength about, or see how you may need to just be able to just simply stay strong. But this is about you being resilient and in the pursuit of making sure you have good balance no matter what's happening to you in this tower energy, this volatile energy, and this three of swords, and heal your shit and recover. And what is lost, get it back. And even if it takes piece by piece, step by step, bit by bit, keep on planning, keep on moving, keep on doing and making it happen, because you can and you will recover. Be mindful of your focus. I hope these messages help. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, Libra.